you an esports fan? Prove your knowledge and start winning cash on Alpha Draft Fantasy Esports. This year, we'll pay out over $5 million in prizes to over 50,000 esports fans every single week. To play, first select from hundreds of contests from the hottest esports. Then, choose your team of pros and watch their stats update in real time during games. Right now, we'll match every dollar you deposit up to $250. What are you waiting for? Redeem your deposit bonus and play Alpha Draft now.
Welcome back, everyone, to the RGN Freedom Cup. We are in bracket stages again, just starting off the brackets as we got Luminosity going up against Follow Esports. Again, if you're just joining us, Games Academy was able to take down X Elevate 2-0, and then we just had map number 1 was Cobblestone, and Follow Esports with an excellent start, but it does look like we're going live into Dust 2. That's not Dust 2. That's brackets. Are beautiful.
I can't see what's going on, Chad. What am I missing?
A bit of a glitch here, so bear with us as we'll radio cast this pistol round. Again, never usually the situation we want to be in, but sometimes no. Our producers are magicians, and you are arriving in time to see the first frag steal, and else gonna trade back and forth.
Luminosity just called a 3-2 split onto A. Like this is some of the oldest stuff, and so far it's not really working out. Follow Esports have the advantage, but for how long? It is going to be a bomb plan here for Fur and Fallen, and this was the deadly duo in the previous map.
Yeah, this is the truth. Fallen and Fur really letting them have it, but Desi, speaking of fraggers, Desi was really letting them have it. Fur, though, takes down one, else, and Ocean will get the job done. They gotta just grouped up around him, one from the vertical angle and one horizontally, and eventually he will go down. I was picturing a situation where he just gets two insane foot headshots, but can't get it done there. And Follow Esports, they will pick up the CT pistol on their map choice.
And you know Fur's got, like, my mind told me in that 1-on-3, like, oh, Fur's probably got this. Like,
right.
That shouldn't be the case, but he did go down. Desi coming into the retake, just one tat onto, I think it was Fallen.
Yeah.
But we do see Fallen. I mean, somebody spiked this man's drink tonight or something, because he's doing stuff that is just usually a no-no. We saw a drop-down play. He just said, all right, guys, I'm going to hold drop-down. Just kidding. I'm going to drop down and just, like, 180 a guy. And now he's buying up a scout when the rest of his teammates aren't buying at all. It's just a tad questionable. But who am I to doubt this guy?
Right? I'm sure he had something up his sleeve for it, but yeah, like you had stated, he buys when no one else does, and they got a plant in the first round, so in theory they could have gotten AKs and such in that third, and they still could, to be fair.
He might be just cool with scouting on that round too.
Yeah, maybe that's what's going to come into play as Scout on Dust 2 specifically. It's kind of the home of the jump Scout. Mirage obviously with quite a few angles as well, but Dust 2 made popular that technique. Steel heading up onto the catwalk. Seeing if we can make this expensive at all. They haven't got a single frag as of yet, but sick. Gonna put an end to him. Clotheslines him with the headshot. And Follow Esports. Second round. And now, again, I'm curious. What do we see here from LG? Is Fallen again 2,300. Nowhere near. He's just gonna Tech 9 armor. The rest of the crew will just buy up, and that'll be that.
Interesting. So Fallen's just gonna be cool with the Tech 9 and willing to scout in the previous round. We'll see if that comes into play here, if he struggles with the Tech 9, but very handy weapon. $500 rifle.
Yeah,
Follow Esports. Surviving with 5. Would like to do more of the same. And do they expect this from Luminosity? Because they just saw a scout in the previous round. So to see a force buy right after that, I don't think that's like on the what Luminosity's trying to go with, just trying to play like economic mind games. But who knows how that'll affect Follow Esports calls here.
Yeah, I'm really wondering maybe that was what came into play. Obviously, you kind of know if you killed the other guys, if they had armor or not. You kind of tell how many bullets, especially with so many rifles on the field. But anyhow, yeah, interesting. Maybe that was what he was going for, but Luminosity in this round. Pushed up on Catwalk. They've got Steel lurking towards Long A. But the rest of the crew really are grouped up. They're going to smoke into CT spawn. Wabbit's actually going to lurk inside of it, and they've dropped right on top of him. He's going to drop a flash inside of the CT ramp, but in the process, lets his teammate die. Else goes down. Wabbit follows up. They still have a player in pit deal with that sick, but Steel, we believe he will get that job done. And yeah, Ocean and Desi to try and retake Luminosity on a 4-on-2.
And they're thinking about saving these FAMAs. Follow Esports have a strong affinity for this weapon, it would seem, as Ocean will remain alive for the time being. He's just going to try to save this, but the coordination by Luminosity there, they were allowed to set up on the catwalk. The moment they started throwing the flashes, I was really worried for the ramp player, because the timing of it was so good. He couldn't get any read on how many players went anywhere because the flashes were so good by Luminosity. So I think we're going to be seeing more of that later on in the half.
Yeah, and Luminosity, one of the teams that does favor that kind of, a lot of teams do it, but I see them quite often favoring that smoke into CT spawn, and then you'll have some sort of flashbang that'll allow that player to drop into CT spawn. It just means that you got an extra angle if you're working only from catwalk. So you a little bit more to play around with, and proved to be pretty darn effective. Sig, the only one with a vest in this round. He has pushed on catwalk a little bit. Ocean goes down in middle. So early advantage here to Luminosity as he does try to push up. Not the best angle for that USPS though. Will be dealt with. Sig pops through middle. The drop fallen. May have been able to play around with that bomb control, but he actually does come up with one and an AK for his efforts. I think that should be the extent of the damage dealt, unless Cole pushes alone with the bomb and dies with it. That definitely will cause some issues.
Desi would have got that frag cleanly without trading off a majority of his HP. I'd be pretty worried for Luminosity, but only with 20 HP remaining. Fallen hits the headshot. 2-2 now. Luminosity starting quicker than they did in the previous map, as Follow Esports went up like 7-1. But a point I wanted to make, we see Luminosity, how clean that A take was, or the catwalk take with the flashes and such. And then on pistol round, they just called a 3-2 A split. Just goofy stuff.
Yeah, sometimes the simple strats work the best. Maybe that was the mentality behind it, but again, obviously, like you're stating, they have the skill set and the coordination to work those very strategic and kind of detailed strategies. But once in a while, you pull out simple stuff, and we actually do see bolts go down. Wabbit credit for that frag and his op shot, so it's a nice start here for the Follow Esports side, as again they've just dropped those 2 rounds in a row. Luminosity finding their footing, but they would love to stifle it, stuff it a little bit. Some catwalk control here for Luminosity, a little bit of lower dark control as well. No one positioned towards long A to note. They're just going to try and pivot off of this.
Fallen's just praying for somebody to peek middle. He threw the mid to B smoke just to try to prompt a rotate, but nobody came through. And then he peeks later on, and that's when they're rotating, misses his opportunity. The rest of his teammates are working up towards catwalk here. But Fallen really looking to be the point man and try to open something up, alleviate some pressure from the catwalk. But Follow Esports is doing a really good job giving them nothing. Luminosity is going to have to commit.
Yeah, they certainly are. As Fallen, he spots someone in CT spawn, and that's Desi's cue to peek out wide after he lets that shot go. Wabbit playing on A ramp. He has no armor. Working that headshot angle, does take down Colt. Still 2 to deal with, and Fur will deliver the damage. Steel to follow it up, but they've got a player on catwalk to deal with. That's Desi. He does get tapped away, but Fur with 10 seconds has no time to get this bomb set.
Oh, it fell down too. That sucks.
Yeah, he did a dive on for it, and Ocean takes him down after a little bit of spray. And that's going to be that, as they actually secure both ops as well. So good news for the CT side economy is, being that they just won that round, still a little bit in shambles, and being that they only have those 2 players again, those ops would have been hard to afford, say that.
And the bomb going down in the spawn, I'm thinking, would I prefer a more consistent like bomb dropping animation when you die, or the physics behind it? But it kind of makes things interesting.
Oh yeah.
From time to time. So maybe I do like it. I'll remain undecided on that front. But Luminosity going for the force buy here. They're going mid to B quickly while going for long control at the same time. This is a heavy commitment to the diversion, but it seems to be working. Follow Esports is still having 2 members at the A bomb site, but Luminosity, they realize how many people are at B. They're gonna back off. This is a crazy round unfolding.
Oh, and they took down Sick inside a CT spawn. I thought Sick would have been ready for that. Now up on a platform, doesn't deal with Fallen, but he's got a number of players to drop if he wants to get out safely. Cold with the jumper. They'll eventually take him down, but not before Else gets 2 for himself. So 2 on 2 as it's left up to Ocean and Desi. No kit in play, or at least none on their bodies. Just trying to take. Okay, there's a corpse down right in front of the bomb. There's a kit there. So as long as that comms is there, they'll know that they have a little bit of time to play with. Steel playing on the box itself. It's Cold to drop Desi. And Cold will finish off Ocean as well. Cold with 4 frags. Very nice round for Luminosity to bring it right back, and that is really bad news for Follow Esports in their economy. You can see 1,400 on a few of them. Double save territory.
Yeah, if we're gonna see upsets, rounds like those really need to go the way of the underdog. You can see Follow Esports now looking at a double save. Luminosity read the economy situation nicely as they gambled, and it paid off. Now heading towards the B bomb site. Desi is here, doesn't have an upgraded pistol though. The man's aim is usually absurd, but doesn't matter this time. Too many Brazilians approaching that B bomb site. So looking to have a nice and clean round here. Fur looking to make some money. The ad busted out the MAC-10. Going for a B rush, not a bad gun to have, especially if you're damn near 100% sure that Follow Esports would be going for the eco here. And Luminosity, looks like they're gonna survive with 5.
Yeah, excellent news for them and their economy. And Fur, yeah, if he can find the rest of these frags himself as well. Good news. Let's find Wabbit, and oof, Wabbit almost gets him down. 10 hit points remaining. But I think that will be the end of the massacre here from Fur. As Else approaching middle, might be able to drop Cold. What a shot from Cold. Only a sliver of an angle to peek, but that's all he required, and Luminosity move up to 4, and again, keeping 5 alive in a round like that. There's not going to be a buy coming out from Follow Esports in this round, so the fact that they make it through that one fairly clean, and if this one goes similarly, they're going to be at a massive advantage.
Yeah, and it all came on the heels of that force buy victory. On Luminosity making it work after that. May see a runaway here. Luminosity, a hard train to stop once they get moving. And look at this, straight out middle. Cold pop flashes himself out and then gets in. He gets back into middle. Desi was looking for the trade, but in and out. Cold does it himself, sets himself up, and then just dunks it.
That's why they call him Cold. He's just like, he does it all with a straight face as well. Just like flashes his way in, takes a life, and then gets out of there. He's hardly a trace. And wow, what a round from LG. Just taking down everybody. Fur will be the only casualty for the T side, but look at the amount of money they have in their economy. Fallen able to afford that AWP, and yeah, they just have so much to play around with here. And actually, they give Steel the op. He has a long A spawn, so we're going to find out how this round's going to go pretty darn quickly, as when those spawns are recognized and utilized again, there should be some quick action. Indeed, we will see Steel picking that angle. Pop flash, though, will prevent. Looked like Sick was actually blocking Wabbit. What a second shot. As he gets that quick scope in, and long A, it is clean for the taking, says Steel.
Yep, opened it up himself. Cold time to play. 2K for him as well. Only up to Elson. He's wondering, what happened to all my teammates? Find myself all alone. Way too many members of LG. 6-3 now, furthering their economy. See a couple players at 10K. Follow Esports is going to have to win numerous in succession. Otherwise, Luminosity, the moment they win, they'll put them right back on the save. The Brazilians are in absolute control. And it was looking a bit sketchy for a minute, but they won that force buy, and it's been all them.
Yeah, indeed. It has been all of them in the past 4 rounds. And again, one blip on our screen, the Follow Esports round. The last one that they've won, it is now in the not so distant past, but it's getting there. Fur dropping his one-way smoke at long A, and he's actually going to experience a lot of fire this way, as they're actually pre-firing that one-way smoke. Wabbit's going to slowly walk around the corner, but Fur not missing that one. Takes him down. Holding the crew. Already have control of bomb site B, and looking like yet another flawless victory here for the Brazilians.
Yeah, Fur. I'm sure his favorite rounds are these anti-ecos. But, oh, it does.
Not that situation, though.
He just had the dandelion treatment, but that's all he's going to grab. And Brazilians, 7 rounds now claimed. Look at that money. So much, like 50K plus at this point. It's out of control. On top of the equipment they're currently holding. Follow Esports. It's getting into the miracle territory. They're going to need a lot and very soon. See if Wabbit can find some early kills here with the AWP. Perhaps going to get challenged at long by Fallen. That is going to be the case. Last time Pop Flash didn't really work out for him. This time Wabbit is going to beat him to the punch at long. So how do Luminosity respond to this 4-on-5?
Hold, trying to work an angle towards the smoking upper dark. The rest of the team heading up middle to B. Ocean actually takes down Cold. Else lines up Fur from CT spawn, eventually traded off. And Ocean actually dropping the incendiary should slow things down, and indeed it does. I'm going to reroute, head back towards top middle here, and I think they might actually work towards long A, or so it seems, or actually a bit of a split of sorts. Steel going to work long alone. Bolt's heading up towards the catwalk area, and my only worry is Steel has left the bomb. Bolt's is like, here, have it. He's like, all right, I'll grab it in a sec, but let me go handle this first. And that timing might be, even if he finds this opening on long A, we do see Bolt's heading back into middle. Might be a collision point with him in middle, and it is indeed. Desi takes him down. Steel gets dropped by Sick as he whiffs. And that's going to be it. Follow Esports will bring in their 4th round, and doing so, keeping 4 alive means their economy, it starts off at a pretty steady point.
Yeah, at least they get a bit going in that sense. But Luminosity, they're going to be buying out the rest of the half. They just have, their money just was allowed to get way too out of control. And Follow Esports going to pretty much have to win out the half to have a nice shot in this match here. Since they're going to continue playing multiple people at long, falling to challenge yet again. Just pushed off of that position in the previous round. Why not go for it again? Else the victim. And now advantage for Luminosity. Pretty much the exact opposite at the beginning of the round as the previous one.
And Ocean, he gets one towards middle, but they're chasing him down, and Steel will catch his heels and trying to push into upper dark. Desi attempting to get aggressive, but denied by Bolts, and that's going to be the B bomb site open for business. Wabbit taking down Fallen, but it was a mere distraction towards A. Sick and Wabbit left to try and do something here, but again, they can't afford to lose this round, and it looks like they're actually going to opt to save, and I feel like that is debatable, whether or not that would have been the good.
Yeah.
B bomb site obviously very difficult, but fortune favors the bold, does it not, Laser?
Oh, yes. I just remember I was so hype on that quote for a while.
Yeah, that's what I was going
those days
for.
are gone, but I still love that quote. And 2-on-3, I mean, it's at a point, or if they don't go for it and they save these weapons, hopefully they're allowed to by Luminosity. That comes into play as well. You might not even if you don't go for it, you might not bring the weapons into the next round. But this just indicates they're really trying to force buy in the next. We have a player already at $200. Oh, it's a bit of a commitment. Do you go for the 2-on-3 and then your force buy in the next round will be weaker? Because Follow Esports have to go for the force buy in this situation. There's no other way around it. But by even saving these weapons, you're still going to have one guy left a little wanting. But it looks like they get rifles across the board.
Yeah, Sick actually had 4,200 already and saved his weapons. So I think that was kind of where he was able to. Yeah, they stretched that money really, really well. I think that we got maybe some alternative, like some third party giving them extra money to play around with or something like that. Imagine if that was a thing. Hopefully it never will be. Desi taking down to 50 hit points. Heading into the B bomb site is Luminosity. And they're taking it by storm, and of course Ocean will go down after doing a little bit of damage. Does take down Fur, but that's going to be that. As Fallen takes down Else, Cold onto Sick. And 9 rounds here on Dust 2 on the T side. This is a bit of an even map, and considering moving in the last 2 rounds here, Follow Esports will have nothing in the form of an economy. This is looking like a bit of a bleak situation for them.
Pretty grim indeed. Luminosity have been looking real clean on their anti-ecos. I expect nothing less from this round. Follow Esports, though they are stacking long where Luminosity has constantly been visiting. They're going to go for the pop flash. Wait a minute. The timing of it, though. Fur gets his rifle out in time. The trade is there, but not before Fur does significant damage. And even though they walk into a stack, the Brazilians walk away on top.
Desi tries to stroll through that middle smoke. Fallen drops some double digits for Luminosity. 1 round left in the half, and you can see they got a little bit to play with. Wabbit going with the glass cannon. Desi, I'm going with the Yogg, because why not, right? If you're not feeling that M4, apparently that's the next best thing. We'll see if he can do some work with it, but even at 5 rounds, this is not really a 10-5 map. We're gonna have to see a lot of stellar play. Oh, Fallen goes for the auto spam. And he does take down Wabbit. That glass cannon dealt with immediately. They're going to take that as a cue to enter into B. This is not a bad play, but Desi, working with his AUG, can't get much done.
And Ocean shows up and just whiffs. Hits the second one, though. But then the trade comes through from Luminosity. Else finds himself alone here. I think he knows where Bolt is at. He's posted up on top of middle. Bolt gets the kill 11-4. Follow had a good start, but then right after that, Luminosity bring her all the way back, and that's not a bad half at all for them.
Oh, no, fantastic situation. 11-4 here, Follow Esports. Unless they can bring some sort of miracle into play, could be going down 2-0.
It all came off of that force buy, too.
Yeah, and that's a great point to make, is sometimes we'll have force buys that kind of make or break, or sometimes they break, sometimes they make. Again, it was more or less what we saw there, and we can see a bit of a replay of Fallen, that auto sniper action. And again, I do want to take this opportunity, talk about Enermax for a moment, as they are one of our partners here at RGN. If you guys are looking to build a new PC of some sort, I would highly recommend Enermax. It's been around for a long time, and rightfully so, as there's not a lot of hardware companies that make quality hardware anymore, but you should know that Enermax, they certainly still do. Their Platinum-X power supplies, their liquid coolers, their cases, all of the above. Check it out. Again, Enermax, shout out to them for supporting us. But moving into the second pistol round, could be the last one of the night if Luminosity can have their way with it. Dust 2 can Follow Esports, bring it all the way back.
And look at this from Luminosity. These guys are nuts. The first pistol round, they call a 3-2 split onto A, the most default strat in the book. And then on their next pistol round, you know what, we're rushing B.
And Desi takes down Fallen first and foremost. He was the one catwalk player, and Desi was kind of crouched away at Xbox, got the job done as he peeked up, blindsided him, and they are going to get the bomb set. Coming up from catwalk, though, Steel, he finds one first, going to follow it up. Ocean gets dropped, and now it's only these players at long A, and I do believe Steel has a kit. He should be able to get on it. You can see Sick is wanting to do something about it, but Cold and Fur get the job done in the very end, and that's going to be that. A B rush turned into an A retake. They keep 4 alive. Luminosity. All the plays, Laser. All the plays.
All the plays. And when they're retaking in, too, they rush through a smoke. Follow Esports. They think it's going to be protected, and all of a sudden there's 3 guys through the smoke peeking you on catwalk. They all died to the same position, trying to use the headshot box for cover. And if you have that firing squad, it's a disadvantageous angle, but if you got 3 people tapping at the headshot spot, chances are you're going to get some damage in there. Desi all alone on the QB sneak, and he peeks into tunnels a little bit, flanked by Cold, and now Fur, it's time. It's obligatory. We got to see the auto shotgun. Luminosity wins pistol round. Fur will find a place to put that to use.
Oh, yeah, certainly. 3 frags on the shotgun. Beautiful stuff from him. 13-4 as Luminosity making a short night of this one, or so it seems.
Right, Brazilian sweep.
Yeah, Brazilians feeling damn good. If Luminosity takes this, yeah, they didn't drop a single map. As Games Academy able to take down X Elevate 2-0. Now Luminosity looking to achieve the same thing rather. Colt can open up here. There's a lot of damage to Wabbit. Deals a ton to Else as well, but tries to follow it up with the USPS. Can't get it done, but still plenty of damage dealt. It's funny, look at the weaponry. Like, considering the T side, they are taking this round very seriously. AKs across the board, whereas the CT side, they're just using those weapons that they had from the last. Still have that auto shotgun. Cold ran into tunnels with a P90. They're having a great time.
Oh, yeah, and Fur. Say it isn't so. Back-to-back with this gun. They know he's around there. I mean, they don't know for certain, but you can
Sick goes first. This is the right move. This is the right move, because anybody else would have died in one shot, so Sick at least goes first, and they do deal with him, but boy, that would have been a massacre.
Right, at least they got that flash in. Fur sniff it out, but Fallen is going to get the kill onto Desi. They're just pushing. This is just some disrespectful stuff here from Luminosity. They still have one guy lurking in the bomb site. Bolts just barely left him into the bomb site. Not gonna finish.
Bonus, drop.